I'm here to help you with your first grade skills lessons. My name is Miss James, and today we're working on lesson 28. Let's get started. Today's objectives are to blend and segment single-syllable words, read with purpose and understanding, answer written questions about key details, and read tricky words. Let's get started with our blending and segmenting. Get those fingers ready. Remember, when we blend, we touch our finger to our thumb, and when we segment, we wiggle the fingers as we say the sounds. Let's get started. Tree, tree. 3 fingers for tree. Tree. Hope, hope. 3 fingers for hope. Hope. Tell, tell. 3 fingers for tell. L. Ring, ring. 3 fingers for ring. Halfway through. Bird, bird. 4 finger for birds. Bird. Flash, flash. 4 fingers for flash. Flash. Pluck, pluck. 4 fingers for pluck. Pluck. Last one. Drop, drop. 4 fingers for drop. Drop. Great job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Let's keep going. We've got a new story from our Snapshots book today. Today we're going to hear about some of the places that Beth went sightseeing. The title of today's story is Which is the Best? There's a question word. The word which is a question. That means we're going to find out more information. What do you think this title could mean? We said Beth was going to go sightseeing, and the title of the story is Which is the Best? It could mean which is the best sight that she sees. Let's read more to find out. I want you to do your best to read along with me. I'm going to read slowly so you can follow along, but read out loud while I read. This is a snapshot Mom got. All of us had to run up a bunch of steps to get to this spot. Nat and I ran up fast. The moms had to huff and puff to get to the top. Look at this picture of Nat and Beth and the beautiful scene behind them. Remember, they said they ran up a bunch of steps to get to this spot. You can see a Ferris wheel, some buildings, and the water below. Let's read the next page to see what else they see. keep reading along with me. This next snapshot is one that I got. It is Nat with a bunch of big rocks. Nat had Mom and Dot lift him up. Remember, Dot is the name of Nat's mom. Then Nat said, Beth, get a snapshot of this. I am the rock on top. Get it? So which snapshot is the best? Here we can see Nat's mom and Beth's mom holding him up to look like the rocks behind them. What do you think? Do you like this snapshot or the first snapshot? I like them both. Let's look at some questions from this story. How did Beth, Nat, and their moms get to the spot for their snapshot? I remember Beth telling us they ran up the steps, and their moms had to do what? Their moms had to huff and puff their way behind them because they were tired. What does it mean to huff and puff? It's like you're trying really hard, but you're out of breath. Trying to get to a spot. They couldn't run as fast as the kids could. Who took the first snapshot? Who took the one of Nat and Beth together? Beth's mom took the snapshot of Nat and Beth together at the top. In the second snapshot, why is Nat like a rock? They say Nat is like a rock because of the way he's being held up. He looks just like the rocks behind them. Is he really a rock? No, he just looks like it. Which snapshot did you like best? Can you decide? I'm not sure. I really liked the one of Beth and Nat together because it showed a beautiful background behind it. But the other snapshot was really funny. Let's look at our worksheet for today. The first question on our worksheet says, who had to huff and puff to get to the top? Do you remember who had to huff and puff? Was it Beth, Nat, Mom, or Dot? Those are all of our characters. It was Mom and Dot that had to huff and puff and get to the top. Write a sentence that tells me Mom and Dot had to huff and puff to get to the top. Make sure you put a capital letter at the beginning and a period at the end to show me it's a complete thought. Let's look at number 2. Where are Nat and Beth in snapshot 1? Let's look back at the snapshot to see. Here are Nat and Beth in snapshot number 1. Do you remember what they said they did to get there? They ran up a bunch of steps, so we know they're at the top of a bunch of steps. On our page, we could write Nat and Beth are at the top of the steps. Make sure you put a capital letter at the beginning and a period at the end of your sentence. Number 3. Why did Mom and Dot lift Nat up? In the second picture, they're holding him up. Why did they do that? They did that so they could look like the rocks behind them. If we look back at the picture, you can see. When they hold him up, they look like the rocks right behind them. That's why the picture was so silly. We could say, Mom and Dot lifted Nat up to look like the rocks. Make sure you write a complete thought with a capital letter and a period at the end. At the bottom, we're going to go back to looking at nouns. Remember, number 4 is all of these words across. Number 5 is across, and number 6 is across. For number 4, find the nouns and circle them that name a thing. For number 4, just the nouns that name a thing. For number 5, circle the nouns that name a person. For number 5, circle the nouns that name a person. And for number 6, circle all of the words that are a noun, person, or thing. For number 6, circle all of the words that are a noun, person, or thing. The last thing we're going to do today is go through our tricky words. I want you to say them with me. That means at the same time. Let's go. I, a, know, of, so, is, to, all, some, from, word, are, have, were, said, says, one, the, who, do, to, once, where, which, what, why. And that's all we've got for today. Great job, and keep practicing those tricky words so they can't trick you anymore. See you next time.